They were class of 96, 16 straight. I mean, they were awesome. Fellow. So I was trying to get them to come back.
If you're embarrassed again?
I think if we do an all-star game, I think we come back. You know, because next year will be 5 years, right?
Oh, gotcha.
Really? 20, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, next year will be 5 years.
Okay, everybody's ready. I've got 6 o'clock. Actually, just switch to 6:01.
Oh, wait, I got one.
Let's see who's going to come.
Okay, maybe that's why you told me.
Yeah, when we do YouTube, we don't have the input for people to call in. This is just a stream of it. So we would have to do that in Teams and then send it out afterward.
Yeah, we have it, but I will let you, let me see if I can figure out how to get this on speaker. If you hide keyboard, it should come up. I'm just kidding. Yeah. You there? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Hunter? Yes. Oh, can you hear us? I'm just gonna, keep you right here in my phone. Okay. Listen to me. All right, gotcha.
Okay, sounds like we're ready to go now. So we'll go ahead and start with the organizational meeting. First off, Andrew, will you please give us roll call?
Amy Dean.
Here.
Hunter Robinson.
Here.
William Sherman.
Here.
Dan Riddle.
Here.
Randy Urich.
Here.
Bailey Butler.
Here.
Katie Duba.
Here.
Okay, as far as annual business, the second sheet that you got on your packet shows all the board members and when their terms expire. Looks like Amy and I are ones that will expire at the end of this year. Everybody else is good for at least a couple. Oh, and Randy, I'm sorry, Randy. I forget, because you filled Mike's spot.
Army.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, all right, so we got to list all those there. We don't have any new members to see, so we don't have to worry about that. Next is election of officers. We need nominations for first off president of the board.
Nominate Dan? I heard that.
Moved by Bailey, second by Randy. Any further discussion or other nominations? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Yeah,
Oh, that one, okay. Got you. That's why.
yeah, because even though you and Randy both came in at the same time,
She was
one was an unexpired term and one was.
Okay, got you.
Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, and thank you to the other board members for your vote of confidence. I do appreciate that. Next, vice president. We need nominations for vice president for this year.
I nominate Bailey.
So board member, I can second that.
I'll be out for a period of time, but I'll accept.
I'll make sure I don't miss.
There you go.
Any other nominations or discussion? All in favor of Bailey for vice president, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed.
You get it all the way out here.
Geez, thank you. I didn't even roll out, sorry.
And recording secretary, we need nominations for recording secretary for this year. It's the person who actually takes the notes. As a board member, I'd like to nominate Katie again.
I'll second that.
Second. Any other nominations or discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Thanks, Katie. Next item of business is establishing the 2026 meeting dates. And Andrea, where is that list? Is that the ones, the new list you just gave?
It's on the very last page.
Okay, very last page of the packet. We did get tentative dates last meeting, December meeting. But Andrea noticed that a couple of those we're going to have to adjust. The August meeting will be the first Thursday, because of the Ross County Fair will be going on during the second Thursday. And then also too, the November meeting will be the first Thursday as well, because of the OACB convention next year will be November 12th and 13th, so that'll be during what would be our second Thursday meeting, scheduled meeting. The May one's okay, right?
Yes.
So that's the only 2 months that would not be the second Thursday. Does anybody have any questions or any problems with that?
Did any of these dates change from what we got in December?
Yes, those, oh, they did. Oh, okay, I apologize. I thought that the December one still had the second
But those
Thursday.
adjustments are on this, reflected on this, okay.
Yeah.
She just listed the actual dates of the things that we were.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. I thought the one in December didn't have those corrections on it. All right. Okay. In time, I assume 6 o'clock is still good with everybody? Well, I'm sorry. We have a motion to accept those dates as submitted.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second
Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
it.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Time, I assume 6 o'clock is still good with everybody?
You're right.
I think Bill makes a motion. Is that
Oh,
right? Sure. I was pointing out. And Hunter said second. So, any other discussion on time? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, still 6 o'clock. And locations as listed again. Do we need motions for this?
It's good just to have it.
Okay.
You could have done the whole thing at once or doing it this
All
way.
right,
It's
I
fine.
guess, yeah, you're right, that's the name, I guess. All right. Okay, locations, the office and Pioneer School are the two that we'll be meeting at. We have a motion to approve those locations. Well, second,
I can second.
Amy, any other discussion on locations?
Well, it's just, I had a thought, I don't know if it's possible. But I know we usually do a, with the art gallery, like at the pump house, is it possible for us to have a meeting like at the pump house with the art being displayed, like when that happens?
That's a very good idea. It's a great idea.
No.
So that would be the
We got
March
the
meeting.
date set for that?
Yes, let me pull that up real quick to confirm, but I do believe that we are doing the art show on the 5th of March. Let me double check.
But it stays in there all month, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so if we do the March meeting
On the 12th, but just move it.
and see if we can
Okay.
get hold of,
So not necessarily have it opening night, but just have it on the calendar.
Okay.
we talk to, what's Payne's?
Done.
John, we need to talk to John and get that approved. Okay. So we tentatively look at that. Is it possible to hold a meeting at some point, Jared, or at the Lago? Because I know we've got some members who've never been in the building. With construction going on, I just didn't know if that would be a possibility.
It would be. I mean, the construction should be done by sometime in April. So anytime after that, May.
Okay. Is that something we
When's
should?
when's the first one at the school? Is that May or
It's April.
April? Yeah, so May or July.
Can we just kind of wait and we can make a change as it comes up? Okay, just a suggestion. I mean, I think it'd be nice. And also too, for those of us who've been here or been in the building before, to see what's been done. So we'll look at that as a possibility too. You guys just let us know when that would be feasible.
We'll do enough notice, yeah. We'll send out reminder texts. Thank you.
So, okay, with the possibility of making some adjustments for pump house and also for the land room building, we have a motion to approve those locations.
I'll make the motion.
Bailey, you have a second?
I'll second.
Wendy seconds. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Okay, committees and schedule for 2026. We need some volunteers for 3 committees, finance, policy, and ethics. And it'd be nice if we can kind of spread that around, so get a couple people on each committee and not overload anybody with 2 or 3. So, do you have any volunteers for each of those?
I'll sit on the finance committee again.
Okay.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Okay. So Randy and Katie. You got policy and ethics left?
2 separate.
That's 2 separate.
Okay, I thought so.
I don't have a problem.
I'll do ethics.
Okay, Hunter says he'll do ethics.
Whoever makes most sense for me, doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm kind of neutral, I mean, whatever, wherever you need it, I can do. Ethics is fine.
So you and Hunter on ethics?
And someone else, right? I mean,
3, definitely have to be 3 on the ethics committee.
Okay. Well, now correct me if I'm wrong, is president my like a unofficial committee member?
Yes, it says, the president of the Ross County Board of DD shall appoint 3 members of the board to an ethics council. President may be one of those appointed,
You can do one of the 3.
and the superintendent shall not appoint a board member to the ethics council if you don't. So it's a policy, if the member or any member of their family will have an interest in any direct service contract under review by the council while the member serves on the council during the 12-month period.
Yeah.
that may leave me out then, right? Because of Alex being he has providers.
Yeah, it could, but
Okay.
Or like
Bailey?
options, like if options comes up, you could just excuse her, like
Yeah,
maybe.
absolutely.
Refuse if it's something that I have a conflict with.
yes, yes.
Bill and I on policy then? Since we don't hire anything on.
We'll let you guys see the schedule right here. Any board member that wants to go to any committee meeting is more than welcome to go to any committee meeting.
Sure. So Bill, are you okay with policy then?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yes, I put myself on that. So what I wrote down was for finance, Randy and Katie, policy, Bailey and Bill, ethics, Hunter, Amy B, and myself. You don't need a motion for those three, since those are just assigned.
Yeah, because there's this one, yeah, so good. This year for the organizational meeting, I want to be sure that I didn't, miss out on anything. So I kind of went straight through the law and saying exactly what we're supposed to have and what's supposed to happen at the organizational meeting. We absolutely have to have one of these meetings occur by January 31st every single year. So we can, have the elections, set the board meeting dates and that sort of thing. So the last thing, or one of the last things in the law that says that it has to happen is you have to have your rules of conduct of business, of like how the board is going to conduct business. So I'm going through and trying to piece this together and tie it to something. And what I'm finding is it's like tie it to the policy. Well, the policy that we have says the exact same thing, that the board at this meeting will vote on its rules of conduct for business. So it's just, it kind of is circular without defining or without you guys actually approving anything. So I put something together. If you're interested in it, it just meets a requirement and checks off the box. And all it is it just says you guys have the authority to enforce the rules. It says meetings will be regular and special in compliance with local meeting requirements, the second Thursday of every month from 6 to 7, unless otherwise stated. A majority of the board members shall constitute a quorum, so it's just the little things that, it's like your meeting rules.
Are we Robert's rules of order? Is that what we pretty much rules? Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Yeah.
can't you just put that on there like,
Well, then there's other things too, because you also follow sunshine law. So that's in here as well. It just says the president is the presiding officer. So most of the stuff is like common knowledge, but yeah.
because it's a law, yeah, put it in.
Yeah, no, because, yeah, it
And
says
not
in the law.
all it is Robert's rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right, right.
So I'll pass this out. This is totally up to you guys. The law says that we should do it, but in a way, you've kind of already done it. You just haven't done it.
This is official.
This is just in one, because we can put approved by the board on this date. So I get it, it's redundant, but
That makes it official.
whatever.
I know.
Um,
Department of
organization
Redundancy
is-
Department.
Yeah. I'll give you guys a few minutes, kind of look this over, if we're gonna approve it, make sure that you're comfortable with it.
Where did you see one
You want
go? Where did you say one go?
anything to do with that, you gotta do.
Oh,
It doesn't spell out anything different than what we're doing now. It just kind of, there's nowhere, other than our website, that says that our meetings are usually held on the second Tuesday of every single month from 6 to 7.
Basically, the last one says, even though we approve these rules, we can change them anytime.
Exactly. I can just mark off that check mark that says under the organizational meeting, the board learned the rules of conduct of business.
A motion with that.
Okay, we've got a motion to accept the rules of conduct for business. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Katie? Any other discussion on it? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. I'll just go ahead and sign this copy. Okay. And we need a motion to adjourn the organizational meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Katie, second.
I'll second.
Taylor, seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Organizational meeting has ended. Okay. We'll call the regular scheduled monthly meeting to order then. I'm going too fast, just yell at me or spot, or copying this at me. So, okay, roll call for the regular state meeting, please.
Amy Dean.
Here.
Hannah Robinson.
Here.
William Showman.
Here.
Dan Riddle.
Here.
Randy Yurd.
Here.
Bailey Butler.
Here.
Katie Duba.
Here.
Just a reminder to everybody, this meeting is being recorded and transmitted live. At this point, for all people who are watching, all 6 of us for however many. And also too, at the top of every agenda, and we mention this every month, but I do think, we need to be mindful and make sure that we are, as we conduct our business, looking at our mission statement and keeping in mind that we should be improving lives by supporting choices of people through community partnerships and quality service. And it's important to keep that in mind as we make our decisions. Public comments. Everybody should have received the email with minutes and finances previously, except for Amy who can't get into her emails. And also, we've got copies here today, who's provided this tonight. First off, on the minutes, are there any corrections or changes to the minutes from the December meeting? Motion to approve them? Bailey, have a second?
I'll second.
Second, Katie. Any other discussion or comments? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Expenditures and finance. Is there anybody who has any questions on any of that? It's a lot to go through, especially when you get it on the email and turn into everything sideways to try to read everything, especially with that font. It's tough. So, if there's no questions or anything, do we have a motion to approve the expenditures? Bill, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second,
I'll
Amy?
second.
Somebody's got to go right there.
Nice.
Any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Okay, old business. Superintendent.
All right, so things that we have been up to since the last board meeting. I attended a superintendent's executive committee meeting. Basically, that's made up of all the superintendents of the county boards of PD in the state of Ohio. We meet at least monthly. We're going to meet more frequently than that. As a part of Kiwanis, we held our Ben Siegel Christmas party for kids from Huntington schools. And I think we chose 25 children, or the children were selected by the school. And they were provided with, I think we were allotted how much, $175 per child to spend on Christmas gifts and clothes and things like that. So that was just one of the highlights of December. And because of the bad weather, it was actually moved from, we usually have it at the government center, but we had it here in this building to make it more efficient this year. So it was just kind of nice sharing in all of that Christmas joy. In addition, as you probably can recall, the charity that normally takes care of making for sure children at the school get gifts did not do that this year, and so we kind of scrambled. And I just will say that it was an overwhelming success, and I will say that most of that success is because of Jen Saunders Cottrell, who has, I don't know where she gets her energy from, but she was just a force to be reckoned with. All of the children, my first question was, is there a need? There was a need. We met the need of the child, the sibling. We also were able to provide them with Thanksgiving dinners, that's correct, because around that time, SNAP benefits were up in the air.
Right.
We didn't want people to be going that long without having, guaranteed food or meals, so we were able to do a Thanksgiving meal for them and a Christmas meal for them. So anything else that anybody wanted to add on that? It was truly a group effort.
What was the charity that?
It was Lori G's. She would do the Christmas charity at the school, but she decided to move it to doing adults at First Capital.
That was the first capital, and they
Oh, yeah,
still
yeah.
provided like 90 to 100 people with gifts.
Absolutely. So gifts everywhere. It just we were just doing it different at the school. But very, very happy.
Okay, you're talking about, when you said
Pioneer.
school, okay,
Yeah.
I was so confused. I was listening to Huntington, who got the gifts, and I'm like, what school are we? I've got it, sorry.
Not a problem. It was,
Wait,
How many students at Pioneer?
I think it was, I want to say 49 to 50. Does that sound correct? Around 49 to 50 students. And we tried to follow the rules that Lori previously put in place, like 6 to 8 gifts. We included clothes and siblings and food. So just,
That's awesome.
and one of the things that made me feel good or just reassured me that what we did was the right thing, and it was needed, was when we called them, when Andrea called them, told them that their gifts were here, they came in right away. It wasn't like they sat on it. Those parents got in here right away and picked up those gifts. So it was just, something that,
Very appreciative.
I think he helped me a lot with it. I'm sorry, I didn't mention your name. Oh. Anything else you'd like to add to the board that I might not be thinking about because of the parents? Or?
They were just very appreciative. Some of them, when I would talk to them, they almost hear the tears in their voice. Thank you. And they pretty much came in that day or the next day to pick up their gifts.
So it was amazing. We also, I'd like to credit Alex and the other people, I know the Spark Committee or something like that, so I don't know if it was a joint effort between SSAs and community outreach, but basically we had Christmas cheer everywhere here around the office. We had Secret Santa, we had the door competition, we had a breakfast carry-in, so that was nice just to get morale up and going with all of the new staff that we have. I met with the Chillicothe Gazette, Mayor Luke Feeney and Chillicothe Transit, did an interview in regard to the bus stop that's being out here. Hunter was there as well, weren't you?
Yes,
Gotcha.
it was a very successful interview, I think.
Yes, absolutely. And then we just did an interview yesterday with the Gazette, right? About the life exploration project that we're doing with the children at the school, getting them out in the community, small businesses downtown. So that was pretty awesome. And Tina went to Pickaway County and talked to them about the life exploration project.
Directors and whatever we do.
So that was pretty awesome. Let's see. This morning we met with Jim Lambert regarding some of the changes that we talked about in regard to supported living funded outings, some changes that we're making just to be more cost just be mindful of our costs. You know, we're just living in that day and age right now. So we met with him and Tanya this morning. I continue my weekly meetings with newer directors. We're still working on our plan of correction for accreditation, I believe. Our HR stuff went through just fine. Is that correct, Brady?
Yep.
Okay, we're still working on the waiting list assessment. There's just a lot of T's that need crossed and I's that need dotted on that. So we're still working on that. Working with Tina on coming up with that project life steering committee. We've got our training set in stone. It's going to happen in June. Is that correct? So things are really, really going down the tracks in regard to getting that project up and running. So we're excited about it. Before I forget, I believe it's the Fayette or Highland Chamber of Commerce is going to be having Temple Grandin.
Stop it.
Yes.
When?
They're going to be having her March 5th or 6th.
March 6th is the same day as our DD awareness walk.
Gotcha. So I'm trying to have Alex reach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've read
Temple
a lot.
Grandin is amazing. If you are interested in autism or have a child who is touched by autism or have a loved one, she's just absolutely,
She's an overcomer.
she's way, she's just someone to see. So I've got Alex going to reach out, even though it's the same day. She's got that planned. It's the Fayette County Chamber of Commerce that's hosting her. Because her autism and her interests center around agriculture.
Correct.
So that
There's
makes.
movies about her.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all don't know, you can get on Netflix or somewhere and find her movies.
Yeah.
I've read several of her books. She's
Amazing.
amazing.
So I'm gonna have Alex reach out to her people and just say, hey, since you're in Ohio anyway, what would it cost for you to come to County Bowl? It would be in the afternoon. Doubt we can do it, but, you know, I'm up for trying. So, if anybody wants to go with me, I've purchased a ticket on my will since, but she's just super cool, and I didn't want to forget about that. So, if you don't take it, yeah. But that's all I have for the superintendent.
Okay. Land room update. Jim?
Yeah, we're still just at the very beginning of the construction. City's on a little bit of a delay on the permitting, so they're just kind of doing the measurements and materials procurement that they can do before they get the permits for the full work. So they gave us, we had another meeting with them this week, and they gave us their schedule for where they're gonna hit every item in the renovation, and it should be done by the end of April.
Remind me, Jared, is eventually a new roof part of the renovations? And the only thing is, I was sitting there at a stoplight the other day, and I noticed as you're looking at the building on the left-hand side, there's a metal roof. In the center, there's brown shingles, and on the right, there's black shingles.
We got the section of the roof that was in disrepair done last spring.
Right.
And the roofing company said that we have plenty of time left on the other sections.
Okay.
But they're different, and he gives his professional opinion that the sections we did not do are in decent shape for now.
Okay. I know there's some flashing listed on the front of the
Yeah,
left-hand side.
we just have to get that taken care of separately.
So, okay. And that's just, minor, that's just.
We still have to take the styrofoam off.
Yeah.
No,
Styrofoam? Oh, yeah, is it?
it's gone.
Were you making a request or what?
Easter decoration.
Okay, thank you, Jared. New business, table of organizational update.
I'm going to let Brady take this one.
So I gave you guys a copy. All of you should have one. It's been since 2020 since we've, boards voted on the table of organization. The good news is I've not added any employees, I've not taken any away. So I'm not asking for anybody new or anything like that. I'll thank Jared for helping me with that, come up with this format in the last couple of days, and then the fact that it's on the agenda tonight, management team has kicked back to me like, you spelled this wrong. Sherry, I give Sherry credit too, because we kind of crunched that in the last 2 days. So really, the only things I really did on page 3, community outreach. You can see like an opening there, which has been Lord Graves' old position, but it's still on the table, so that's why there's a 0. If you get to, I guess SSA's, the page 4, like we've added the team leads, we've added the managers. We go back to the very last page in Jared's department. We moved, obviously we don't have an IT director anymore. We have a coordinator, which is Justin, that's going to move under Jared's department of finance and operations along with the maintenance team. So really, it's just a matter of we move people around. We've not added any positions, and it would be nice to just have board approval saying you accept what we've already been doing. So,
So do the managers not oversee the team leads for SSAs?
No.
The IT person, and I believe, custodial staff were under Dave previously. The position that Jared holds is, finance and operations director. So we just tried to put more of those operations back under him. Just seemed to make more sense. The office staff went from being under Brady to going to the SSA staff just because they work closer together. There are any other changes that anybody can think of that we were just kind of, and Hugh. We did put Hugh under Alex's department. We think that will be better for him. We'll have a lot more interaction with each other every day. He was our part-time, is he office assistant?
office support.
Office support. He does a lot of scanning for us and that sort of thing. So we think this would be better for him. And Alex.
And we're too big for me to get this all on one page. That's why you have to the management level and then it goes in the department. So,
And as usual, we'll continuously look at how we do things, seeing how we can do things better.
yes.
Okay, we need a motion to approve the table of organizational update.
I'll make a motion to
Amy.
approve the organizational update.
Okay, Amy, and who seconded it? I'm sorry. Bill. Any other discussion or questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Additional new business.
We do have annually, the board has to vote on the superintendent's professional development plan. The plan that was approved last year with my certification, being approved for 5 more years was, I have to do 120 hours in 5 years, so it was just a split 5 years, 24 hours apiece. I earned 47.5 last year, so the board just needs to sign off on it every year if there's any, major changes to it, but I'm on target for what I said I would do.
Pass that around, let everybody have a look at it before we taking action.
So essentially your plan is to do another at least 24.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think I have more than 27.5, just when I, at the last minute, trying to gather together, get everything annually done in January. That was the initial count, and so I thought I'm not digging for any more right now.
OECD conferences alone.
They help tremendously, yeah, they help, and then I think the SSA leadership meetings are held every couple months, are like 4 hours. So yeah, they help. And you get your MUI updates and your rates updates. But the big ones are the superintendent conferences and the ACD's conferences. That's one of the reasons why we spend our money together is to get those CEUs. The superintendent CEUs are always widely available.
All right, then, do we have a motion to approve the superintendent's professional development plan?
Make a motion.
David, have a second?
Also,
Andy? Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Anything else? Okay, we do need to briefly, and I will stress briefly, go into executive session just to discuss an issue that comes up, or that has to come up, so I need a motion to go into executive session.
I make a motion.
Katie, second?
Second.
Amy? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It should be.